In today's CIE A-Level Economics video, we'll be going through efficiency and market failure, specifically 7.3.5, the definition of market failure, and 7.3.6, the reasons for market failure. To get us started, what is the definition of market failure? It occurs when the free market operating on its own fails to allocate resources efficiently or equitably, which leads to a loss of economic and social welfare. The market does not produce at the optimal level for society. Now let's talk about the reasons for market failure. One of the reasons is due to externalities, which is a cost or benefit that arises from production or consumption of a good or service but is not reflected in its market price. It affects third parties who are not directly involved in the transaction. For negative externalities, it's a harmful cost imposed on third parties, such as pollution from a factory, and it causes market failure because they are overproduced and overconsumed. For positive externalities, they are benefits received by third parties, such as a vaccine that improves society's health. The free market does not fully account for the additional social benefits that a good or service provides to third parties. This is why it tends to be underproduced and underconsumed relative to the socially optimal level. Over here are the diagrams for a positive externality and a negative externality. We're going to go through these in later videos as it comes up in later topics, however I want to mention a few points. For the positive externality of consumption, at point QE/Q0, there's an underallocation of the good or service. For the negative externality, the free market is producing at Q and P. However, the socially efficient allocation would be at P1, Q1. This shows inefficiency within the free market. Now, another reason for market failure is information failure. This is where consumers or producers do not have complete or accurate information about a transaction or the market, which leads to inefficiency and misallocation of resources. A form of information failure is asymmetric information. This is when one party in a transaction has more information than the other, leading to market inefficiency. A part of that is adverse selection, which happens before a transaction occurs. This is when one party takes advantage of having more information. And the moral hazard happens after a transaction. This is when one party changes their behavior because they know they are protected from risk, like insurance. An example of that is buying an iPhone. After you buy it, you change your behavior because you know you're covered by Apple Care. Talk about an example of asymmetric information, and this is the lemon theory by Akerlof, which is about second-hand cars. So in this theory, sellers know whether the car is a lemon, so a bad quality car, or a peach, which is a good quality car. Buyers can't determine the car's true quality before purchasing it. So as a result, buyers assume an average quality and offer a lower price for cars. So now the high-quality car owners, which are the peaches, would be unwilling to sell at a low price, so they get driven out of the market and they exit. This leaves mostly lemons, which is the bad quality cars, in the market, reducing overall quality and causing market failure. Now, another reason for market failure is merit and demerit goods. Merit goods are goods that are underconsumed in a free market because people do not know the true benefits of consuming the good or face barriers to access. Examples include vaccines, education, public transport. Demerit goods are goods that are overconsumed in a free market because people do not know the true harm of consuming it, maybe due to information failure, or choose to ignore it. And examples include cigarettes, junk food, or gambling. Demerit goods harm third parties, and the market fails because prices do not reflect true social costs, leading to overconsumption. Another reason for market failure is public goods. They cause market failure because they are non-excludable and non-riderless. This leads to the free rider problem, which is when individuals benefit from a good or service without paying for it, leading to underproduction or depletion and underprovision in a free market. There is no incentive for firms to supply public goods. Now let's get into this past paper question. A medical team in a refugee camp provides vaccinations for children to prevent an outbreak of an infectious disease. Why would this be described as a positive externality? Is it A, because the additional benefit might be gained as the disease no longer spreads? B, any kind of medical help will improve the condition of the children? C, no action would be taken unless the medical team intervened? Or D, the social benefits of vaccinations are less than the social costs? I'm going to give you guys a minute to answer this question. Okay, the time is up. The correct answer is A. The additional benefit might be gained as the disease no longer spreads. This is because a positive externality occurs when a third party benefits from a transaction without directly paying for it. In this case, vaccinations protect not only the children receiving them, but also others in the camp by reducing the spread of disease. This is an example of a positive externality in healthcare. Now let's get into our next past paper question. Studies show that some dentists replace patients' teeth more often than necessary. Which factor helps to explain why excessive dental treatment may take place? Is it A, the existence of asymmetric information, B, the existence of dynamic efficiency, C, the existence of positive externalities, or D, the existence of social benefits? I'm going to give you guys another minute to answer this question. Okay, time is up. The correct answer for this question is A, the existence of asymmetric information. This is because asymmetric information occurs when one party in a transaction has more or better information than the other. In this case, dentists have more knowledge about dental health than their patients. Some unethical dentists might exploit this by recommending unnecessary procedures to increase their earnings, leading to excessive dental treatment. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching and good luck on your exams. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on our other social media platforms.